5. Casual spite at the coffee shop. I was ready for my occasional indulgence, coffee. Well, coffee in this case might be too small a word, since it's more of a fantasy drink, with coffee of course, but mixed with all sorts of wonderful things, such as chocolate, cinnamon, vanilla, caramel, and better still, raspberry syrup. It's a coffee that true Italians and aficionados would gag at. A coffee you'll never find in Rome, but the perfect answer to my sense of blissful decadence. And so I drove to the part of town we call the village, parked and entered Starbucks, another politically incorrect establishment to which, I confess, I remain absolutely devoted. It was around 8:45 in the morning, and it was mostly crowded, with locals on their way to work, a few others like me on their way to a hike. I stood in line behind perhaps 9 persons. Soon, 4 newcomers were walking in, squeezing themselves against the wall. I was in no hurry, so it didn't matter that one of the customers ahead of me, obviously a regular sent by co-workers, was ordering 5 different brews, that another was selecting a large choice of pastries, and that yet another, having discovered that a debit card wasn't working, was now frantically searching a purse for some change. What bugged me, actually no, it didn't bug me, it infuriated me. What infuriated me and made me close my eyes and hold my breath in order not to fly off the handle was a man right ahead of me. He had, just like me, been waiting his turn for quite a while, doing nothing, listening to no device, talking to no one. Yet, when the barista asked what he wanted, he slowly put his hand to his chin, lifted his head to the huge board covering the entire wall above the bar and listing the more than a dozen choices, and said, "Let me think." And he thought, out loud, "Well, I'm not sure. Well..." What had he been doing for the last or soon-to-be 5 minutes? Behind us the line was rapidly growing, and that guy was thinking. A guy with a head like a balloon, in a lousy faded t-shirt torn at the side. A guy who was obviously not going to the office, and who didn't give a damn about anyone else. "Oh, excuse me, sir," the barista asked. "May I help you?" Poor thing, I thought, having to deal with that jerk. I'll have a raspberry mocha," I called from behind, leaning to the right so she could see me, and stretching my arm out to undo some cash. "Sir," the barista called again while registering my order. He took his hand off his chin, brought his head down to eye level, and finally, reluctantly, he obliged her. And no, he didn't hand her a $100 bill, although he might as well have. And no, he didn't utter another word. He didn't have to. When he finally turned around to go wait for his order, I found myself staring at the script printed on his t-shirt. "I only piss stupid people off." Well, I told the barista, I guess I'm stupid.